What's going on, Shibarium? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Bone ShibaSwap token and how more projects is getting their hands on Bone. Which, again, this is what I've been saying. More projects that could get their hands on Bone for liquidity on Shibarium is going to be the path forward for Bone to being able to reach that $100 mark. So this is why I'm excited when I see more projects start to buy Bone and add that to their liquidity. So before I dive into today's video, do me a huge favor, smash that like button, consider subscribing. I definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts about today's video. So taking a quick look at the overall global crypto market, you do have Bitcoin down 1.92% in the last 24 hours. You have Ethereum really taking a beating. It's down 4.44%, guys. 4% in the last 24 hours. So even if you take a look at Bone, Bone is almost down 2%. So we should probably see a little bit more slide on Bone if Ethereum continue to take this beating that it's taken. And this is what I say, man. Like, once Ethereum really start to have a pump, you should see a lot of these Ethereum-based projects really start to rip, really starts to go. So just keep your eyes on Ethereum, keep your eyes on Bitcoin, and as they continue to do well, your tokens, your other tokens, they're going to start to do well as well. Now, interesting number that I was able to see from Shibazen, which is the total value bridge to Shibarium. It's $4.6 million. Now, some people may say like that's not a lot, which is correct. It's not a lot, but it is progress. That's what I want to see. I want to see progress. Eventually we're going to start to see in the billions of dollars on chain for Shibarium. But for right now, I'll take $4.6 million because it's better than $1 million because as it was last year. So progress is progress. And that segues into why all of this is happening. You have different projects such as Roaring Kitty. Now you also have Shiro. They just made the announcement. They said the bridge portal is now live, now open, and Shiro is live for trading on Shibarium. You could find him on ShibaSwap. Shout out to ShibaSwap on its very own swap that includes Chainlink Bridge that moves Shiro between ETH and SHIB. So it looks like Shiro is also creating a swap as well too. So that's, if whoever they have their connections with, they could potentially be able to onboard more projects onto Shibarium. So to me, this is a win. It's a win. But interestingly enough, what the Sheeb account had to say, that's what really, was like, wow, I'm glad to see this. They say, promise kept, first to use the Chainlink Bridge. Welcome to Shibarium, day one, and already top 5 in liquidity. In order for you to be top 5 in liquidity, that means you need to have top 5 level of Bone, meaning you have to have a lot of Bone just to being able to get that top 5. So in order for these projects to get Bone, because again, all of the Bone, it's out in circulation. The only way that they could that they could get it is by actually going onto the open market and buying. So they're buying. Maybe they were the big spike up a few weeks back, but it's all speculation. But the point that I'm making is that they are accumulating Bone for liquidity, and they already got that, and it's already on Shibarium. Now, someone tagged me with this. First time hearing about this project. It's called RAGZ. It says, to everyone who added LP, thank you. I'm officially migrating all liquidity to Sheeb.io with RAG slash Bone pair, guys. So this is huge. This is bullish. If you're a Bone holder, this is what you want to see. You want to see tens of thousands of different projects that are going to, have Bone in their, have Bone pair for whatever project that it is, because it's only going to help Bone out long term. And Rugrat said this. He said Wolf War ready, and that's one of the things that I talked about in the video. Like this could be what's going to go ahead and spark that that movement, that liquidity event. So I'm excited about it, and of course you have new Shibarium news. To go on top of the news that I've seen from yesterday. So this comes from the Roaring Kitty X account. It says breaking news: Roaring Kitty Roar is now available on Shibarium via Zapto. I think that's how you pronounce it. App. And this is again, this is just me just proving the point that I've been making. The the stuff that you get for being an early project onto Shibarium, it does not show up in the stats category as far as like volume, as far as like a lot of users, but you do get exposure for being one of the early projects. Because had we not been on Shibarium, we wouldn't have been able to get added onto Zapto app. It says you can now seamlessly buy, store, and swap Roar on Shibarium using Zapto's mobile wallet. This integration marks a significant milestone for the Roaring Kitty community, enhancing accessibility and utility within the Shibarium ecosystem. A heartfelt thank you to the Zapto app team for supporting Roar and empowering our community with this new functionality. Join the movement and experience the power of community driven finance. Guys, that's exactly what it is, man. At the end of the day, like opportunities like this, I've only seen opportunities like this happen. I'm talking about me watching closely, was for Turbo and Shiba Inu. Both of them are CTOs. Roaring Kitty is a CTO, and because our contracts were announced, because there's no central figure that these people have to go to or talk to in order to get their permission to add us onto their stuff, it makes pretty much it removes any roadblock or barrier. So big shout out to them for having us already on their app. And this is how it looks right now. If you go onto the app, I did download the app and actually bought some Roaring Kitty on there as well too. But yeah, here it is, Roaring Kitty right here. Boom, and we're one of the projects that's on Shibarium that's been featured on their app. Now, talking about liquidity. Yesterday, I made a video about liquidity. I mentioned that we're at 272,000 bone, and I don't think people really understand. And by the way, today we're at 274,000 bone. I don't think people really understand this. 274,000 bone. Bone gets to $10, and again, we know Bone's gonna get past $10, gonna get plus $100. But just giving you guys low numbers, so that way you could just see and visualize. At $10, this will give us $2.7 million, guys. $2.7 million worth of Bone liquidity. But each liquidity, you gotta add this the second pair, which would actually put us at $5.48 million, guys. And to put it in comparison, so that way you could really understand. If you look at Solana, the Solana chain, as far as like project that have huge liquidity, you have official Donald Trump coin with $383 million. You have Fart coin, $22 million. You have Popcat, $10 million, and you have Alchemist, $5.8 million. Guys, we would have been ranked number 5 out of Solana based upon our liquidity. If that is not screaming bullish for you, especially for what Roaring Kitty has been accomplishing because of the community, then I'm sorry, you don't know what bullish is. To be ranked based upon liquidity, number 5 on Solana, that is massively huge. Massively huge. And this puts us in a position to being able to reach, past billion, $1 billion market cap. That's cool and everything. But this would actually put us in place just so that we could surpass all of that. So in like fashion, Roaring Kitty again is going after more liquidity, because the more liquidity that we have, the better it's going to be for our holders. It's better it's going to be for Shibarium. So to celebrate, because we are approaching that 1 year mark for Roaring Kitty for being a CTO, to celebrate 1 year as a CTO, we're launching a mint comp from April 30th, which is today, all the way to May 31st. Each mint equals 1 entry. So the more you mint, the more entries that you get, that you're gonna get. Now the winner of all of this is what you're gonna get if you're the winner. All of the marketing wallet for the month of May is going to get you're going to be able to receive it. So the marketing wallet, it receives Bone, Canine Bone, Roar, and you're going to also get an NFT, guys. So that is going to be the reward for doing this. So again, we do have people already entered because we were just at like 80 something mints. So currently right now we're at 93. So people have been minting like crazy since the announcement went. So make sure you guys participate, especially if you want to get some free Bone, free Roar. That is your way to being able to do free Canine Bone as well too. That is the way that you could get some by just simply minting. Because again, at the end of the day, the funds, the proceeds that comes from this, it is going to go back to the open market, and it's going to buy Bone to add more liquidity, and it's going to also buy Roaring Kitty on the open market. So I'll leave the link in the description here, but really guys, that is all that I have for you today. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.